Did the Supreme Court rule Muslims can't use the Quran for swearing into federal office? No, that's not true. The story originated on a parody website, but it has since been copied by a wide variety of mostly foreign-run copycat sites that push the story without the parody disclaimer in order to generate outrage clicks to earn ad money. The story originated from an article on So Right It Hurts where it was published on January 1, 2019 under the title, Supreme Court Rules Muslims Can't Use the Quran for Swearing into Federal Office. It opened, quote, in a huge victory for Christians everywhere. The Quran has been deemed an invalid and potentially illegal use of a religious manuscript. Although Jesus taught his disciples to avoid making judgments of others with different faiths, he didn't know that these Islamic worshippers were going to be burning people alive. So the Supreme Court of the United States has ruled 5-4 against using the Quran for anything other than scrap paper. The tiebreaker was none other than Brett Kavanaugh, who struck down the use of the Quran like a lib at a Trump rally. End quote. The author of the story has following bio, giving a first hint the story might not be real. Quote, Hugh Parsons is a retired bricklayer, mason, and has had it with all the liberal garbage out there. He hates fact-checkers that tend to ruin the party he brings. His stories fit the far-right narrative so well that you may have to ask, is this really good or even real at all? End quote. A second hint is the slogan parody through mockery in the site header, which links to following disclaimer. Quote, everything on this site is paradoxical, meaning it's a parody of the pain and pleasure points of every person who supports Donnie Trump. We do this by using any number of common logical fallacies through patterns of deception. Our goal is to create the most outlandish stories we can think of and see who will still believe them. Sorry, not sorry. End quote. Also note that the website for the United States Supreme Court at present has no search results dating after Brett Kavanaugh's tenure that even mention the word Quran.